What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Now, look, of course, I believe that Anthony Davis has played better this year than in seasons past. So far, he's averaging 25.9 points, 12.5 rebounds, and I think I believe it's 2.6 assists per contest. All right, and I am of the firm belief that he looks better when LeBron James is not on the court. When the offense is when the offense is going through him, he's dominant. He can be dominant. He can be. I thought the most dominant he was playing was earlier this year when Russ was coming off the bench. Remember when Russ was first coming off the bench? And LeBron was kind of like hurt earlier this year. And it was really Russ and AD, and they went 8-2. And the media went out their way to downplay the level of competition because they didn't want to dare have anybody say, oh, well, LeBron is expendable. Well, anyway, once again, when LeBron is now on the court, AD had been balling. But the last couple of games, he's short-circuited again. And this is the problem with AD. Now, look, players are going to have bad games on occasion. But with Anthony Davis, it's like a roller coaster. Sometimes he looks like, arguably, a top 3 player in the NBA, but then sometimes he doesn't even look like he's top 15, top 20. And this is the conundrum that's AD. And now you can't blame Russ no more. Russ is long gone. He's still in LA. He just plays for a different franchise. So now, look, the time is put up or shut up time for AD. We don't want to hear no more about, Russ is casting the I don't want to hear none of that shit. They've been sneak dissing Russ, talking about, they're having fun, and it's nice to have a backcourt player that can make shots and not doing all crazy stuff. Okay, then. Y'all telling us we glad Russ is gone. So, produce. The deterrent is long gone. All right? So, Shaq, and I'll put a link to this article in the pinned comment in the comment section below. Shaq had something to say on his podcast. Said, quote, he has fallen off status-wise. I remember 3 years ago when we were saying he's going to be the best player in the league. Remember that? I don't care that he's injured. It doesn't matter. Now, let me say this before I go on. Now, if a player suffers like a serious career-altering injury where he needs surgery and things of that nature, that's one thing. Because those are the types of events that could rob a player of his quickness or athleticism. And that's what happened to somebody like Grant Hill. That's what happened to Penny Hardaway. Eventually, Amari Stoudemire. That's what happened to... remember when, what's his name? Antonio McDyess. Remember Antonio McDyess when he was young? Oh my God. But then he went to New York, suffered that career-altering injuries, surgeries, wasn't the same guy. Okay, now some players are able to sort of reinvent themselves and still be effective for a while, like Bernard King. He lost a lot of his quickness and explosiveness, but he altered his game. In 1990-91, he was able to be an all-star with the Bullets, averaging 28 a game because he had altered his game and made adjustments around his limitations. Even though it didn't last long because the health problems persisted. But still, just want to make that distinction. Davis has never been seriously injured. He gets hurt, but he's never had the type of injury where you got to have surgery and be out for the entire season. So anyway, there are no excuses in this league. It doesn't matter why you fall off. You still fell off. I was in the first place when I was running. Now I have a flat tire, and I'm in third. So what? I still fell off. He's still top 10, and he's still a great player, but status-wise, I remember people saying he was the best player in the league. Nah, Shaq, it won't just he was the best player in the league. They were saying he might become the best power forward ever. Remember that? And we were saying that's a little bit premature. Oh man, you hating. Man, he's better than Karl Malone. Man, he could be this and that. He's more skilled than Giannis. He could do this and do that. And do this, and Giannis can't do that. And do this and do that. And at the end of the day, I'm like this. If Davis is so skilled, why does Giannis average more assists than he does? And if Davis is so much more skilled, why have he, over the last couple of years, been one of the most ineffective jump shooters? Now, Giannis will never be confused with being a guy that has a nice J and whatnot. But even Giannis is shooting probably like 27, 28% from three, maybe 29%. AD's shooting 23, 24% from three, but nobody ever brings that up. You ever notice that? Nobody ever brings that up. AD's even falling off from the free throw line. Let's look at something. Now this year he's back up to 80. He's back up to 80. But his first year with the Lakers, he shot 85% from the foul line. But in the next couple of years, he was at 74% and then 71%. Now this year he's back up to 80. So he is playing better this year, and he has been more dominant. But look, down the stretch, they're going to need the AD that was in New Orleans. Okay, they're going to need the AD from 2016 and the first year in LA. They're going to need that version of AD. Okay? They're going to need the AD that was averaging 27.2 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, steal. They're going to need 33% from 3, 82% from the foul line, 52% from the floor. They're going to need that AD. Not this, one day he scores 35 and grabs 20 rebounds. You're like, man, this is Wilt Davis. And then the next game, he gives you 8 points, 4 fouls, 7 rebounds, and he's just shooting jumpers. Because he don't want to mix it up and get physical with a Julius Randle. Come on, AD. I mean, look, Lakers Nation, look, man, this is y'all dude right now. Y'all was on Russell Westbrook, even though he clearly was not the best player on that team anymore. Y'all expecting more out of Russ than you do AD. Now, they play the Pelicans next, right? Now, the Pelicans, that's a team they can beat. But then again, the Pelicans can be a dangerous team. But the Lakers got the best, well, not the best, but the easiest schedule remaining. So they should be in a good position. I don't know when LeBron's come back. I saw that the boot is off, whatever. I'll probably do a video about that. But at the end of the day, AD got to step up, man. Look, people can say what they want to say about Shaq's quality of opposition in the playoffs, and it wasn't that great, especially in the finals. But Shaq at least did what the fuck he was supposed to do. He went up against Todd McCullough. That nigga averaged 36 and 18, or whatever the hell it was. He go up against the Pacers with a broken down Rick Smits. He averaged 38 and 15. He went up against the Sixers. Mutombo wasn't quite what he once was. Got outweighed by probably 100 pounds. Shaq did what the hell he had to do. He dominated. Probably averaged 34 and 13. He dominated. That's what he was supposed to fucking do. AD, you supposed to be dominating, man. Come on, bro. Ain't you like, what is AD like? 7 feet, 250? What is AD? Let me see. I could swear AD was 7 feet. Let's say he's 6'10", 250. I swear, AD looks bigger than that, man. Are they sure he's only 6'10"? Because LeBron doesn't look just an inch shorter than Anthony Davis. Let me see something. Hell no. Hell no, he ain't no 6'10", man. That's a lie. AD got to be at least 6'11 and a half. At least. If LeBron is 6'9", ain't no way AD just 6'10". I don't buy that. I don't buy that. I'm looking at them right now. There's no way he's just an inch taller than LeBron. He's about 6'11 and a half. Well, I'm just going to say he nearly 7 feet tall, 250, 260. Motherfucker, play like it, man.